Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a new lesson of Wit&Wisdom. Today is Thursday, April 23, 2020, and today we will be doing lesson 27. Okay? You will need handout 27A found inside your blue Wit&Wisdom workbook and handout 27 from your vocabulary packet, right? Your deep dive. If you don't have those items, go ahead and click pause and get them. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start off with our Module 4 questions. Essential question. Why do people admire Cinderella? Focusing question. Why do people admire Adelita and Pear Blossom? Content framing question. How does the Korean Cinderella build my knowledge? Okay, so we are going to go ahead and go over the different elements that we can find inside every version of each Cinderella story. What are the 4 Cinderella story elements? Well, the first one, boys and girls, is good characters. We always have good characters inside a Cinderella story. We always have evil characters. There's always a magical element, and there's always proof of identity, right? So those 4 things are the 4 story elements found in each version of Cinderella. Remember when I showed you this chart where every time we finish reading a text, we fill in the 4 story elements for that story? Well, today we're going to be filling out the Korean Cinderella part. All right? So our proof of identity for the Korean Cinderella was the straw sandal. What was it? Get ready. Yes, the straw sandal. An evil character was Amoni. She didn't like Pear Blossom. She was mean to her. Good character was Pear Blossom. The magical element were Togepi, frog, sparrow, and the ox. What about Peony? Where would she fall under? Get ready? Yes, she would also fall under evil characters because she was also mean and she didn't like Pear Blossom. Good job. So our content framing question for today. How does the Korean Cinderella build my knowledge? Today we're going to be reading an informational text to look for similarities and differences between some of the Cinderella stories we have read and other versions of Cinderella stories throughout the world. Okay, so everybody please go ahead and take out your workbook and turn to lesson 27A in your workbook. Right. So when I say get ready, we're going to be reading it together, okay? And it's titled 900 Cinderellas. Listen carefully as I read, okay? Right, let's start it. You can read along with me as well, right? Now, if someone asks you to name a fairy tale, everyone knows, chances are, you might say Cinderella. But did you know that the story of Cinderella is found all over the world in many different cultures? In China, she is known as Yes Shen. Who do you think, who does that remind you of? Who does Yes Shen remind you of? Yes, Pear Blossom. Let's continue. In Appalachia, she is called Ashpet. Some Native Americans know her as Little Burnt Face. Let me read that sentence again. Some Native Americans know her as Little Burnt Face. Does that Cinderella remind you of anyone we have read about before? Yes, it reminds me of the rough-faced girl. Okay, keep tracking. No matter what she is called, Cinderella is always beautiful and good. Sadly, Other members of her family are jealous of her goodness and beauty. They are cruel to her. She is made to wear rags and do the worst chores in the household. But then a magical person comes to help her, dressed in beautiful clothes. Cinderella meets a prince or a king who wants to marry her, but she is forced to run away from him and wear her rags again. In the end, he finds Cinderella after she proves her identity through a special test. Remember the glass slipper? Then they married and lived happily ever after. Around the world, there are more than 900 different versions of this story, but they all follow this same basic plot. Now, I want you to think about what we read. All Cinderella versions have the same traits for Cinderella. Cinderella is always good and beautiful, right? She also has the same traits. She's hardworking. She's nice. She's kind, right? And there's always a magical element, someone who comes and helps her, right? Helps her join either a party, a feast, somewhere where she meets someone that likes her, marries her, and then she lives happily ever after. She doesn't have to live with her mean sisters or mean stepmother anymore, right? So let's go ahead and continue. Now, today's content framing question is, how does the story and Cinderella build my knowledge? You have learned a lot by reading the module text, as well as by practicing your opinion writing. I want you to think about, why is using a checklist helpful when writing? A checklist, remember, is where you go back and you make sure, did I use capital letters when I did my sentences? Yes, check. Did I use period? Correct punctuation? Did I? Yes, you check. All right. Did I include my opinions? Did I include my two reasons? Did I include my conclusion? Why is using a checklist helpful, boys and girls? Checklist helps remind you of all the parts to include in your writing. Okay, that's why it's important. Okay, our deep dive, our vocabulary. We're going to play a game called Flashlight Words. All right, on the next slide, I have found words from resources located in some of the stories we have read. The flashlight is on one word at a time. When the word is highlighted with the flashlight, you're going to go ahead and spell the word with me. Okay? Because. Spell it with me. Get ready? B, E, C, A, U, S, E. Because. Prince. Spell it with me. Get ready? E, R, I, N, C, E. Prince. Cinderella. Spell it with me. Get ready. C, I, N, D, E, R, E, L, L, A. Slipper. Spell it with me. Get ready. S, L, I, P, P, E, R. Kind. Spell it with me. Get ready. K, I, N, D. Should. Spell it with me. Get ready. S, H, O, U, L, D. Should. Next word. Where. Spell it with me. Get ready. W, H, E, R, E. All right. Now we're going to do, it's time for your exit ticket. Here are instructions. Write a sentence using the characters from the story. Check your spelling, right? this worksheet. You can find it inside your vocabulary packet, all right? I posted a picture of it under the Wit&Wisdom post for today. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and send a message, call me, whichever way you'd like to reach out to me. Thank you so much, boys and girls. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Don't forget to upload your assignment through General Assignments Wit&Wisdom exit ticket, right? It's going to be assignment time, and it's going to read Thursday, April 23, Wit&Wisdom exit ticket. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful rest of your day.